Are you ready for this race season?
I'll say that it's been a really, really eventful off season. You know, they always say that a lot of the work for the race season begins 6 months before the race season starts.
We've got a great group of people, we've got great cars, so yes, we are ready. But as always, we set the bar really high, and to achieve that high bar, we've got to execute with all of our preseason testing program. Like today, April 15th, we still have more than a month before the first race. We're all in the shop here working hard, trying to make sure that all the little bits are where they need to be and there's no stones left unturned.
Looks like a few clouds for the afternoon.
First time GT4 car. So like for me, I've done the BMW, so in CASC, which is just like a street car retrofitted to be a race car. For me, it was mostly just about like, okay, come in here, respect the throttle application. Yeah, like cold track, wet track. So really, I think the main goal for today, like if we're trying to find one metric, is just that at the end of the day, and come out and say that I'm really comfortable with the car. Oh, you're on throttle the whole way back. Okay, so what I can confidently say, so because I wasn't going at like a pace, I'm accelerating.
I'm doing all of the engineering, car setup, fuels, tires, stuff like that. And then I'm also kind of the test driver and driver coach. Test the car and test a whole range of different setup options to basically dial in our understanding of the setup and find little bits of time here and there.
Okay. It's wet. You can get patches. It's just stay on the wet until you get a feel for the car.
Okay, so anytime you have any steering angle, no more than half throttle. Anytime you're on anything wet, so especially bottom of turn 2, bottom of turn 4, like 30%. Have fun.
I'm excited to be here. I'm cold, but this is what we got up here in Canada, so we're gonna make it happen. He's super confident. We're gonna get him in the car. We're gonna get him at least used to the car, used to the conditions, because we will get rain at some point during the season.
It's going to take at least 2 or 3 laps for you to get any temp, but make sure that you are leaning on the tires a little bit, right? Especially in brake zones, because you need to build up that temperature.
I think that going into our second season of FEL now, obviously with our new team, VPX Motorsport, the fact that we are our own program, our own people, is really, you know, it's really good for us as a team to know that we are now not dependent on anybody. We're not, let's say, outsourcing things to somebody else. We're doing actually everything in-house. We have full-time engineer, full-time techs. We're currently prepping our cars. We have been doing it for the last 2 or 3 weeks. We need to make sure that we have all our gear, all our car set up, our team ready to go. It's probably our first really exciting excursion, if you want to say. What I'm looking forward to most is making that work, having our team gel. So 3 guys per car. Okay. So 2 guys on.
Now it's time to get to the track. A lot of momentum right now with this new team, and just can't wait to get to the Victoria Day Speed Fest to see what we can do with it.
Got a really good car. It's a credit to our crew. Our crew has been working literally till midnight or 1 o'clock every single day to get our car in the right
let's say, lane.
And then something changes, and it's like, oh, fuck. Yeah, okay. It's just different than I'm used to. Yeah, it's different. Like,
as it's happening, it's easy to add steering or do whatever, and I look at people so I can see when I'm going to get out.
If we want to succeed, we have to toil at night. We have to toil in the evenings. We have to toil when everybody else is sleeping, because that's the only way we are going to be successful. Our next event is the Honda Indy, so this is a really, really good prep and proving ground for us to make sure that we have the right crew, the right car, the right driver, the right engineering.
So Mark Lafleur, our new driver this year, is doing a great job. He's so fresh in race cars. Funny enough, Thursday, the first test day, was his second day ever driving the car. So he's done an incredible job of making big steps forward every session. He's developing his understanding of both the car and driving techniques. And it's really cool to just see him build basically every session. We got a great turnout with sponsors and team supporters. I think everyone's been having a great time, so honestly, I'm excited to see what Mark does in race 3 and see if we can keep up with the top 2 this time.
Making the pass going in
We're not just quick fixing, we're not putting a band-aid, duct tape's not going on the car, we're actually going to problem solve that. And if that means that we have to not do something or give up on something, initially, but the end result is going to be much better, then so be it, right? We will do it to make sure that we are, putting out the right product, putting out the right race car, having the right team, that when we show up for that event, we're gonna be the best. We're gonna be the best version of what VPX is.
runner up in the. Congratulations again.
Team owner, team principal, Vince Partab has been absolutely hustling. So one of the biggest things that he did was bring in Zankin Group as a title sponsor, really leaning on our Mercedes-Benz affiliation. So that is a great thing because now we're going into this race season aligned with a great partner with very similar interests, and it's just an awesome platform to build and grow together.
Really, James Huntley is. Our title sponsor and title partner is Zankin Automotive Group, which is a very large automotive group in Vaughan, and they actually have 5 Mercedes-Benz dealerships, which for us is a great collaboration because we have AMG Mercedes-Benz race cars, and they saw an amazing value not just in the racing side, but in the people. And that to me really tells us that we're on the right track, that they wanted to invest in us as a group because they see a lot of potential in the next 2 or 3 years for us, and they want to be a part of that, which is what I've been spending a lot of my off season doing, really creating the buzz, but also creating the value proposition for our partners to really be a part of what we're doing.
With us being a new team, the Toronto Indy is such an iconic event. That is 100% the event that we have our eyes on. We want to win that one. We want to make it ours. So we'll see. Not exactly sure who's going to be driving at it yet. A little bit hopeful there still too. But either way, I know we're going to show up in July ready to win.
Toronto has roared into the streets of the city here at Exhibition Place. That makes it officially day number 1 of thrilling motorsport in the city. Now, if we look around here, you can see crowds have been arriving gradually throughout the day, starting in the morning and into the afternoon, all coming to take in some of the non-stop practice, qualifying, and racing scheduled over the next 2 days, all culminating in the main event on Sunday.
Look at that corner first before you decide where you're going to end your braking, because this corner is one of those corners that has 4 seconds. Yeah. Oh, perfect. The car that you see running back and forth behind us is the Racing 10 Alzheimer's livery, and that is a foundation that has partnered with us, and its owner and founder, Phil Frangs. We had a lot in common, and raising awareness in general for charities and things that were important to us, and we aligned with this, and he was very supportive in supporting us here at the Toronto Honda Indy for this weekend. Our driver in that car, who is a long-term driver with Phil Frangs, his name is Nick Galante, and a super guy that we're really happy to be with, and you know, he comes with an amazing pedigree. So again, Nick, it's the same thing. Fast in, patience, right? All of these things, fast in, patience. You see, we're lucky this year. They got rid of the manholes.
It looked pretty.
Yeah, this stuff, we were like this the whole way through. Like there was no time that we were happy in this corner.
I think that's still going to be bumpy.
It's going to be bumpy.
Okay.
So you're going to come
out of
Lakeshore
3.
Boulevard, right? Turn into 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Go through that S. Get as far right as possible.
Yeah.
And then that's going to be a right-hander. The curve is much higher this year.
It is.
You don't want to be hitting that curve.
Okay, so
that's a that's a 90-degree turn. That is, for all intents and purposes, a 90-degree turn.
Isn't it kind of like turn 10, but the other direction, like a left-hand turn 10 at Mosport, almost? Like the last turn at Mosport, it's a left-hand version of that.
Yeah, but this one is a full 90 degrees flat like this, so late, don't go any of that kind of stuff. You don't need it, right? You just need to take that as smooth as possible. I always say it's a true 90-degree corner.
Right, okay.
Just don't hit the apex. If you hit the apex, you can damage your car.
Okay.
The thing is, there's 3 or 4 surface changes, and in the wet, that's going to be slippery as hell. Braking, you can still trail brake, but if you go into too much braking, you're dipping down into 3 surfaces. Drivers. Our driver, Mark Leffer, the number 3 car, who ran at the Victoria Fest. Nick Galante, who is in the number 77. These are 2 different drivers, so this weekend we have 2 different strategies for them to optimize their ability to extract the most out of the cars. It's a different circuit, so we've been working for literally 2 weeks in different forms of testing to get these cars ready. It's a real testament to how different this track is than most of the other tracks we run on. When we do that, we will we'll be able to really gauge how good our setup was. We're really positive that we have a really good car. We have two really good cars. That is just the Porsche. It's just the Porsche beating us on the straights. That's what's beating us.
We've been benefiting the Alzheimer's Society of Toronto. Many friends and donors have been introduced to us. For that, we're very appreciative. We made a difference probably with matching partners VPX, our racing team, and FEL Motorsports, my company Logistics. Every $250 donation to add a name to our car has resulted in $1,000 to go to work here in the community in Toronto, taking care of people in great need that are affected by Alzheimer's and dementia.
Like, okay, if I have half grip, instead of braking at 3, I'm going to brake at 5.
Yeah.
And now by doing that, my temp is raised, so the next lap, the bar's going to be here.
Yeah. Gets out. A tech or somebody jumps in, whoever it is. Jason said we got a very minimal amount of tire pressures. So if we got 2 guys checking tire pressures, that's great. The podium cars go straight to tech. So that's whoever is in charge of doing that goes straight to tech. So sometimes
Both, well, everyone that you're up against is relatively inexperienced with the race wheel. So you should have an advantage there, so bide your time, right? We know, remember the final lap of your queue, you overbrake for 3 because you finally lose the performance of the car. Basically, at the start of the race, also remember the way we've done pressures. You will get better as the run goes on. If you can make a move going into a technical section, like the right-hand sweeper, even if you dive in there or something like that, then you can get distance before we get back to the straight.
He's just going to defend that corner the whole
but basically for him to have a move into 3 as possible, you pretty much got to be pushing the guy out of 1.
Why not?
Right there.
Why not? Once we get it, because we're going to bring everybody through there.
If you're 5 feet behind out of 1,
no,
you won't be there in the 3. You got to be on the You got to start. You got to start that. Yeah.
He's starting at the inside of.
If you can get, whoever it is, if you can get them to defend into 1, then Bob's your uncle.
Honda Indy's a very different animal. You need to have completely understood the car before you even get to the Honda Indy, because you have to master the car in a way that you're comfortable with how it drives, and then you have to go drive it in a completely different way at the Honda Indy because it's a street circuit. It was a difficult first race because of a particular incident, which our driver then lost some confidence. And I think much as we tried to go back and say, hey, look, you have the skill to do this, it was just at a point where that was out of VPX's hand, and it was a decision that the driver made.
I'd rather do 2 more test days. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So like that's, I don't want to, it's not my car, I don't want to fucking nick something, nick a fender. Well, look.
Wow, Nick was in the trenches for all 3 races at the Toronto Indy. The first race was pretty wild with Demi and with Jack. Demi was able to jump out to an early lead and basically had to be very defensive. There was several points where there was gentle contact, and really, after reviewing all the footage and everything, once everyone had calmed down, it became pretty apparent that there was a bit of a miscommunication between the drivers. They're both from very different backgrounds, right? Demi has raced CASC in her BMW and done extremely well, and she's developed as a driver to an amazing degree. Like now she is genuinely driving very quick and driving very well. Nick, on the contrary, has raced IMSA for the last 12 years, and so he's used to drivers who are experienced in these GT4 cars going wheel to wheel, and when it comes down to it, when you have over 20 cars running GT4 in the States, there's gentle contact that happens, and there's a bit of a code of how that contact can and cannot happen. So I think a lot of times throughout the race, Nick was making gentle contact with Demi in a way that he felt comfortable with and was used to, and for Demi it was completely new. And obviously, if you're getting hit several times in a race car while you're driving, and you're being hit in a way that you think is not normal, acceptable conduct, how are you going to feel when that race ends?
Like, what are we, Canadians?
Yeah.
Fucking yeah!
Good job. Good job, buddy.
Good job, buddy! What it is! That's your engineer. Oh my God, I love you.
That's good. Right? You're going to be pissed. So seeing the interactions between the two is actually pretty cool, because Nick made a great gesture reaching out, and the response, to be frank, was completely understandable. Because like I just said, with the difference of perspective taken into consideration, Demi was pissed. And instead of saying something flagrant and something that she'd regret, she just said, hey, you know what? Not now.
And in his first starts in the GT4 class, winner.
I love Canada, and I love Toronto, and I'm having such a blast here. Everybody's so nice.
You're in the GT4 class, both combined with the Blue Marble.
Where's Alex?
Radical Cup North America coming up later on today. Champagne, a little bit of finishers in all 3 divisions.
That Mustang's fast, man.
Fuck
that, yeah.
Give it to him, give it to him. Oh, we've got squeeze much of
When's the latest we got to make this call?
The changing conditions that we've seen over the course of the afternoon, small showers have passed through, drenches the racetrack, and then all of a sudden they quit and it dries up fairly quickly. But they've got rain tires and slick tires set down beside because they're not sure which way they're going to go.
So in order to meet that deadline, my opinion is we need hard final decision by 4:10. Tires are all preset, so it doesn't matter what tires we decide to run. They're already at the correct pressures, all 4 corners, and it's just bolt on.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I just want the car here tomorrow.
Yeah, team.
That's it.
All right, time to get back to racing. This is the second race of the day for the FEL Sports Car Championship Canada. We had lots of action on track this morning in all 3 of the categories. Nick Gallant was the GT4 winner.
So you could be braking at the limit trying to turn into a corner, and if you get ABS, the car is going to suddenly not stop quite as well, and it's going to want to go straight. If he was in the ABS, then in reality, he's out of control. For me, blame comes down to whether or not he was in ABS, and I don't have those facts. The guys were able to bounce back from it with a very positive attitude and race with a huge amount of respect.
Full course caution as expected.
Everybody gets a chance to catch their breath, and the field will come together and get behind the pace car as they go out to find that 88 of Bob Luttrell.
Looking for green once again. 19 minutes left to go in this time race.
Way back to P2. I think if we had 2 more laps, we would have pulled together a win.
For your race winner overall is the 22 of Jack Polito, so he does take the win.
Will Nick Gallant remember overnight that Jack Polito roughed him up along the inside of corner number 1 to take that spot? I'm pretty sure he will.
Nick Gallant. Grab a feeling the seat. And James Race taking home the win.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That was a great race.
Yeah, it's a great race. This is what we need to see, right? Like before you guys like. Yeah, you're gonna get addicted.
So obviously, downtown Toronto here, the vibe is electric. Yesterday, Fan Friday, there must have been 50,000 people here. It was crazy.
The city's vibrant. People are out here. I can't deny right now I'm standing in front of the Mercedes and they look absolutely beautiful. Let's get one more win.
One of the dream tracks for a lot of drivers, who as well, dream of working in and racing in. It's such a big thing because, you know, it's a Canadian series, especially home racing. You know, a lot of guys coming from all around the world to race this track. And have to come and win, compete with other guys, top class, the Indy cars racing.
Let's get a green race. I don't raise my hand.
Like that. Not here anyway.
Yeah, we've lost a little bit of advantage now.
Pace car's going so slow that you can't get any heat. It's ridiculous.
Lewis, this is Toto. Please drive the car.
Buddy.
You got a nice jump. You already got a gap. Okay, flag, buddy. Let's go. One flag.
That checker, baby. That checker. We won. Right?
Whoa! Oh, I love you, man!
Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you guys so much.
Way to go. Way to go. Way to go.
Lots of hard work, eh?
A lot of hard work.
Pleasure having you on board, buddy. Great job and well driven all weekend.
I'll tell you what, Jack was coming, and he's a heck of a driver. Demi too.
How about this? The Champagne Shower here on the Great Motorsports Car presented by Michelin.
Times.
Not once, not twice,
Not
but
once,
three.
but 3 times. But the thing I'm most proud of is the fact that all of you guys said yes to this fucking crazy thing that we wanted to do, and all of you just stepped up and you guys gelled. And my high point was yesterday when we had to figure out between rain or no rain and how everybody came together. And we had a plan. It worked from the top down to the strategist, to the crew chief, to the manager. Everybody had it, and we could have flipped that car in like 5 minutes and still be on track and win it. And that's what I'm most proud of. The gelling of the team. Cheers. Thank you all for everything.
Guys, good job, everybody.
Thank you. And to many more.
Yeah, to many more.
You can shot it. You can shot it. What happened with Mark?
I don't know. So, okay, let's just start from the beginning. FP1, it was pretty good. He was getting up to speed. He was way off at the start, but he found time. He was gaining seconds. So he went from like 10 seconds off the pace to about 5 seconds off the pace, and he knew exactly what he needed to do. I think what the main problem was, race 1 started, lap 1, he's got all the quick guys right in front of him. So he has the driving ability. He was able to just kind of zone in and stick with them. And he was able to follow their lines, brake where they braked. And because of that, he was able to keep up. And then the start of lap 2, there was just enough of a gap where he lost those references. Basically, Mark said it himself, when you're learning at that level, those initial building blocks, you're gonna spin the car, right? You're gonna spin the car. And he acknowledged it himself, like he doesn't know when it's gonna happen, but he knows it will happen. And Toronto, Indy is not the place to be playing that game, right? If he's gonna spin,
and we had that discussion with him.
He has said that he doesn't have the confidence, really, to continue at this point. I'm not sure if we should push him or not.
We don't have anybody driving for the rest of the season, and that presents a problem for us, right? For VPX, we need to be out there.
We need a solution.
I think I'm gonna have to drive.
Yeah?
What do you think?
I don't know. I think you do it.
Well, we gotta finish the season, right? I mean, I had time in that car last year. It's gonna be a tough grind, but I gotta just get back up to speed. Can we do that?
Yeah. Well, so Trois Rivières, we've got 3 weeks, right?
Yeah.
I think with sim prep, proper preparation, I think you can do it.
Okay. Well,
you got the
you
team.
know what? We gotta
the
do
car.
it. The team's great. You know what? We gotta do it. Like
commit.
I think we gotta do it.
Just commit and do it.
you feel that little butterflies, but once you're in the car, manage it, and after the first lap, it's you remember why you're there. Just gotta have fun, let it come to you.
So, Vince just had his warm-up on the simulator.
Color matching too, eh? VPX on the ball. Yep. Radio check left.
Managing these cars?
Yes.
20-minute delay.
20-minute delay? Why? So 20 minutes delay, not even 20 minutes from now?
Right now, just looking at the rear of that 77 of Nick Galante and trying to see where there might be an opportunity as the lead gets pulled out to just a little better than a half a second right now.
Oh, and the 66 is off. That's turn number 3. Was there contact now is the big question between the 84 and the 66. We knew both was right there, and then Martap just laid that right foot down. Polito makes something happen here into turn number 5. You can't even see the headlights. He's that close.
There's the 77.
And then
Jack Polito's gotten around him.
Somewhere at some point, the 77 has been passed by the number 22 of Jack Polito.
Can Nick Galante close it up and get a chance maybe at this left-hander at corner number 5? It's not going to be there this time. Will there be another opportunity?
There's the 22. Jack Polito will take win number 1 of the weekend here in the Sports Car Championship Canada, presented by Michelin here at the Grand Prix de Trois-Rivières. Flash those lights. You deserved it. What a hard-fought one. Win for the 22, the 77 of Nick Galante coming home in second. Green flag waves. We're underway in the FEL Sports Car Championship Canada. Look at that Mustang of Jack Polito with the jump on the inside.
And then the Nick Galante car, the 77, going around the outside, but Chalkas comes right back and takes over the top spot before they get to corner 2. Smart driving. Jack Polito has had his lead cut in half by Nick Galante. It's down to about 0.8 of a second. It was at about a second and a half. A little over 4 minutes remaining, and maybe this is where Nick Galante is going to look for that opportunity in these final few laps. He has closed up further again on that Mustang of Jack Polito.
Another lockup. Oh, both had to show a lot of patience to not turn in. under caution. Jack Polito will win once again in the GT4 class, followed by Nick Gallant.
The year never goes as planned. I don't think I've ever been in a race season where every day has gone exactly to plan. But generally, if I look at the goals we set for VPX last October, we have achieved over 95% of those.
Waves. We're underway for the final race of the weekend here in the Sports Car Championship.
Contact with the 82 and the 29. That's Marcus Rowley and the 29 of LP Montour. That is a big hit.
Full course caution is out.
Our lights out of the pace car dives to pit lane. We are getting set to go back to green flag conditions with a little under 13 and a half minutes remaining.
Looking in that mirror and taking note of that. As you can see, the 22, the young driver in the 22, takes a look every now and again just to poke his nose to show I'm here. They'll see some lap traffic just ahead. I'm not sure if they're close enough to catch it. Polito tucks to the inside, taking a look, but can't make it work as the 77 of Nick Gallant, he's going to play a little bit of defense through these final couple of corners, but he'll hang on. He'll win his first of the weekend on the last race of the weekend for the Sports Car Championship Canada. Nick Gallant, the 77, followed by Jack Polito, and a congratulatory flash of the headlights from Jack Polito to Nick Gallant.
That is in no small part due to the fact that we have the right team. The right team members, they did the right job. They leaned on each other when they had to. They supported each other when people needed support. And they, we celebrated our wins and we looked at ways to improve when we didn't do so well. So I am really, really proud of the team and what we have. And basically that's our building blocks of putting together an even better season next year. I know all you guys are happy, and we did a really good job this year. I think you guys should be proud of pulling it all together. We've accomplished a lot. We've accomplished pretty much the goals that we set out to do probably in October. Actually, faster than I thought we were going to accomplish it. So that's in no small part to what you guys have done, right? Like none of this stuff exists without you guys.
go, baby.
You know, we started our race season with one race driver in the car who wanted to improve and develop, and that was fitting with the ethos of what VPX was, which is to, you know, bring up somebody who's got talent but develop them to make them even better, and in doing so help them, you know, become eventually a race winner, but also help the VPX in that it shows what we're trying to do, which is we're trying to develop talent, specifically, you know, Canadian talent, but American as well when we get there, and to let them show their talent on the world stage. That's our goal.
Here they come around the final corner. Whoa, they're almost touching already. Getting down to the start-finish line here. Polito, Chalkis, and Parta bring us down. Green flag in the air, and we are underway.
And it looks like one of the TCA class cars has come to a stop here on the front straightaway off of turn number 10, and that's Jonathan Young in the 8. That will likely draw a full course caution. Pace car is in. We go back to green.
With our third place finisher in GT4, Vince Partab. Drivers, please hold up the trophies. Photographers, let them get their shots. Thank you.
Well, first question I will ask, I guess, is are you ready for this race season?
No, we're not. Actually, no, I'll say that it's been a really, really eventful off season. You know, they always say that a lot of the work for the race season begins 6 months before the race season starts. And that's no difference with us. When we started this, it became something a little bit more than what I had anticipated it was going to be. It started out of a lot of hardship and a lot of things that didn't go well last season. You know, I had a great time, but I think we didn't get to execute the way we wanted to execute. So for what I wanted to do this year and for what I wanted to do for the next couple of years, I had to create our own team. That's where VPX came out of, and I think, you know, it's one of these things that you know, if there's nothing out there that meets your standards, and if there's nothing out there that can get what needs to be done, then we're going to go out and create it.